Becoming magnetic. This video will change your life, my beloved child. Stop. This is not a coincidence. You were meant to pause here at this exact moment. There is something hidden, something quietly unfolding behind the scenes of your life, and the universe is asking you to listen closely now. Not later, not someday, now. Because the energy surrounding you has shifted in ways you may not yet fully see, but your soul, it already knows. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That subtle pull, that unexplainable sense that something bigger is aligning just for you. This is your confirmation. For a long time, you may have felt overlooked, waiting, wondering if your time would ever come. But what if I told you that delay was never denial? That every pause, every redirection, every silent moment was actually preparing you for a powerful transformation? There is something hidden in your journey that is finally being revealed, and it carries a frequency of awakening. Right now, as you're hearing these words, a shift is taking place within you. Your energy is becoming lighter, clearer, more aligned with your true purpose. The universe is removing what no longer belongs and gently guiding you toward what does. You are not losing anything, you are being refined. And this is where it all begins to make sense. Because, becoming magnetic, this video will change your life, is not just a phrase, it's a signal. A divine nudge that you are stepping into a version of yourself that attracts, not chases. That receives, not struggles. That trusts, not fears. There is something hidden within your spirit that is ready to rise, and once it does, everything around you will respond differently. People will notice. Opportunities will feel drawn to you. And most importantly, you will finally feel at peace with who you are becoming. But this moment requires your presence. Don't scroll past what was meant to find you. There is a reason your eyes are on these words, a reason your heart feels this quiet resonance. You are being called to witness your own transformation. Stay with this message. Let it unfold. Because what comes next may answer questions you've carried for far too long. And when you feel that clarity, when something inside you clicks into place, honor that feeling. Support this energy by liking, sharing, and subscribing to this channel so this message can reach others who are also on the edge of their awakening. Watch this video till the very end, because the universe is not done speaking to you yet. Dear one, before we dive in, I need to share something extraordinary that most people don't know. Groundbreaking research shows that many of us who didn't grow up wealthy have a shrunken hippocampus, a tiny part of the brain that blocks the activation of what some scientists call the billionaire brain wave. This means attracting the life, love, or wealth you've always dreamed of can feel almost impossible, until now. Thanks to a recently uncovered method backed by research, it's possible to stimulate this part of your brain in just 7 minutes each morning using a simple sound frequency. People who've tried it report subtle shifts in mindset, clarity, and even opportunities flowing into their lives more easily. Click the link in the description or pinned comment to explore this 7-second ritual. It could be the key to activating your billionaire brain wave and opening doors you never thought possible. Becoming magnetic, you feel it already, don't you? There is something stirring within you, something ancient and quiet, like a whisper carried across lifetimes. You did not arrive here by accident. No force in existence is random, and certainly not you. Before you even pressed play, before your thoughts formed the question that brought you here, I was already calling you. Yes. I am speaking to you now. Not to the crowd, not to the world, but to you, the one reading these words in this very moment. There is a reason your heart feels slightly different right now. A subtle pull. A soft awareness. That is not imagination. That is alignment. You have spent much of your life searching outside, seeking approval, chasing validation, measuring your worth against shifting shadows. And yet, the more you reached outward, the more something within you felt distant. That distance was not punishment. It was a signal. A sacred invitation to return inward. Because what you seek has never been separate from you. It has only been waiting, patiently, for your attention. I have watched you in your silent moments. When no one else could see the weight you carried. When your smile hid questions even you could not fully understand. You wondered if you were enough. You questioned your path. You doubted your timing. But listen closely now, nothing about you has ever been incomplete. What you have mistaken for emptiness is actually space, space meant to be filled with awareness, presence, and truth. To become magnetic is not to become someone else. It is not about adding more layers, more noise, more effort. It is about remembering. Remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. Remembering the stillness beneath your thoughts. Remembering the quiet power that does not need to prove itself to exist. There is a frequency within you, a natural resonance that draws experiences, people, and opportunities toward you. You have felt glimpses of it before. Moments where everything seemed to flow effortlessly. Conversations aligned. Timing felt perfect. Energy felt light. Those moments were not coincidence. They were glimpses of your true state of being. A state where you are not forcing life, but allowing it. But you have also felt the opposite, haven't you? The resistance. The heaviness. The sense of pushing against something unseen. That too has purpose. It is the contrast that reveals your alignment. It shows you where you are holding on too tightly, where you are acting from fear instead of trust. And every time you notice that feeling, you are being given a choice. Pause here for a moment. Feel your breath. There is a stillness available to you right now. Not somewhere far away. Not in another time. Here. Beneath the movement of your thoughts, beneath the stories you repeat, there is a calm presence. That presence is where your magnetism begins. Not in action, but in awareness. You have been taught that you must chase what you want. That you must prove your worth, compete, struggle, and convince the world to notice you. But what if I told you that what is meant for you is already aware of you? That what you seek is also seeking you, not through force, but through resonance. Magnetism is not about doing more. It is about being in tune. When you are aligned with your truth, when your thoughts, emotions, and actions are in harmony, something remarkable happens. You stop chasing, and things begin to arrive. Not because you demanded them, but because you became a match for them. This is not magic as you have been taught to see it. This is the natural order of existence. You have felt disconnected at times because you have been listening to too many external voices. Each one telling you a different version of who you should be. And in trying to become all of them, you moved further away from yourself. But now, something is shifting. You are beginning to question those voices. You are beginning to notice what feels true, and what does not. That awareness is the beginning of your transformation. Do not rush this process. Magnetism grows in stillness. It strengthens in silence. It deepens when you allow yourself to simply be, without judgment, without urgency. The world may tell you to move faster, to decide quickly, to act immediately. But I tell you this, clarity does not come from rushing. It comes from presence. There is a version of you that already understands this. A version of you that is calm, centered, and deeply connected. You do not need to create that version. You only need to stop resisting it. Every time you choose stillness over noise, awareness over reaction, trust over fear, you move closer to that state. And as you do, something extraordinary begins to happen. People start to notice you differently. Not because you are trying to impress them, but because your energy has changed. There is a quiet confidence in you. A sense of ease. A presence that does not demand attention, yet naturally receives it. This is what it means to be magnetic. It is not loud. It is not forceful. It is undeniable. You may not fully understand it yet, and that is okay. You are not meant to figure everything out at once. This path unfolds step by step, moment by moment. Each realization leads to another. Each shift opens a new perspective. Trust the unfolding. There are things within you that are ready to be released. Old beliefs. Old fears. Old patterns that no longer serve you. You have carried them for a long time, thinking they were part of who you are. But they are not. They are learned. And anything learned can be unlearned. Let them go gently. There is no need to fight them. No need to judge yourself for having them. Simply notice them, and choose differently. That is all transformation requires. Not perfection. Not force. Just awareness, and a new choice. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not missing something that everyone else has. You are exactly where you need to be. Even this moment, reading these words, is part of your alignment. You were guided here for a reason. Not to overwhelm you, but to remind you. To awaken something you already carry within you. And as you continue on this path, you will begin to see signs. Subtle at first. Then clearer. Moments of clarity. Unexpected opportunities. Encounters that feel meaningful. These are not random. They are reflections of your inner state. Pay attention to them. They are speaking to you in ways beyond words. There is a rhythm to life, and you are learning to move with it instead of against it. That is where your power lies. Not in control, but in connection. Not in force, but in flow. And now, there is something deeper I need you to understand. Your thoughts are not just passing ideas. They are signals. Each one carries a frequency. When repeated, they shape your perception. And your perception shapes your experience. This is why awareness is so important. Not to control every thought, but to notice which ones you are giving your energy to. Because where your attention goes, your energy follows. And where your energy flows, your reality begins to form. This is the threshold you are standing at now. A moment of quiet realization. A space between who you have been, and who you are becoming. Do not rush past it. There is something here for you. Something important. Something that, once seen clearly, will change the way you move through everything that comes next. You are still here, and that means you are ready to go deeper. There is a layer of your awareness that has just begun to awaken, and it is more powerful than anything you have been taught to rely on. You have trusted logic, opinions, and external direction for so long that you almost forgot the intelligence that lives quietly within you. This intelligence does not shout. It does not rush. It does not demand. It simply knows. And now, as you slow down enough to listen, you begin to feel it again, subtle, steady, and unmistakably real. This is where your true magnetism begins to strengthen. Not in effort, but in alignment with that inner knowing. You see, most people spend their lives trying to attract what they desire while ignoring the signals they are constantly sending. They say they want peace, yet they hold on to chaos. They say they want love, yet they remain guarded. They say they want abundance, yet they think in limitation. And so, they remain confused when life mirrors back exactly what they are embodying. But you are beginning to see beyond this pattern. You are beginning to understand that your outer world is not separate from your inner state. This realization is not meant to overwhelm you. It is meant to empower you. Because if your experience is shaped by your inner alignment, then you are not powerless, you are deeply influential. Not over everything, not in a way that controls every outcome, but in a way that sets the tone, the direction, the frequency of what unfolds around you. And this is where many misunderstand the path. They believe magnetism means always feeling positive, always thinking the right thoughts, always being in perfect control. But that is not truth. Your power does not come from suppressing what you feel. It comes from allowing it, understanding it, and choosing consciously how you respond to it. There is strength in your awareness, not in your resistance. Even now, there may be parts of you that feel uncertain. Parts that question whether this is real. Parts that wonder if you can truly step into this version of yourself. Do not push those thoughts away. Observe them. They are not obstacles, they are invitations. Invitations to look deeper, to understand yourself more fully, to expand beyond old limitations. Nothing within you is your enemy. Everything you feel has a message. And when you begin to listen without judgment, you unlock a level of clarity that cannot be taught, it can only be experienced. As you move forward, you will notice a shift in how you relate to time. You have been conditioned to believe that everything must happen quickly. That success, growth, and transformation should follow a strict timeline. But true alignment does not operate under pressure. It unfolds naturally, at a pace that allows you to integrate each realization fully. There is no race here. There is no competition. There is only your path. And your path is unique, precise, and unfolding exactly as it needs to. The more you accept this, the more resistance begins to dissolve. You stop comparing. You stop forcing. You stop questioning whether you are doing it right. And in that release, you become lighter. More open. More receptive. This is the state where magnetism flows effortlessly. Because you are no longer blocking it with doubt and urgency. You are allowing it with trust and presence. There will be moments, however, when old patterns try to return. Moments when fear speaks louder than clarity. Moments when you feel the urge to go back to what is familiar, even if it no longer serves you. This is part of the process. Transformation is not about never looking back, it is about recognizing when you are, and gently choosing to move forward again. Do not judge yourself in those moments. Do not think you have failed. Every step, even the uncertain ones, is part of your evolution. And each time you choose awareness over reaction, you strengthen your alignment. You are rewiring the way you experience reality. You are shifting from unconscious patterns to conscious creation. And this is not something that happens overnight. It deepens with practice, with patience, with presence. There is something else you must understand now. Your energy speaks before your words ever do. People can feel when you are aligned. They can feel when you are present. They can feel when you are at ease within yourself. And they can also feel when you are forcing, doubting, or seeking approval. This is why magnetism cannot be faked. It is not a performance. It is a state of being. And the more you anchor yourself in authenticity, the more naturally that magnetism expresses itself. You do not need to try to be interesting. You do not need to try to be impressive. You do not need to try to be anything other than real. Because real is rare. And what is rare is naturally valued. This does not mean everyone will understand you. It does not mean everyone will resonate with you. But that is not your purpose. You are not here to be accepted by all. You are here to be aligned with yourself. And from that alignment, the right people, the right opportunities, the right experiences, begin to find you. Not through effort, but through resonance. You are like a signal, constantly transmitting. And what you receive is a reflection of what you broadcast. So become aware of your signal. Not with pressure, but with curiosity. Ask yourself gently, what am I holding on to? What am I believing? What am I feeling most often? And do these align with the life I wish to experience? These are not questions you answer once. They are questions you return to. Because alignment is not a destination, it is a practice. A living, evolving awareness. There is a deeper level of trust you are being invited into now. A trust that does not rely on visible proof. A trust that does not depend on immediate results. A trust that exists even in uncertainty. This is where your power stabilizes. Because when you trust only when things are going well, your state becomes dependent on circumstance. But when you trust even when things are unclear, you become steady. Grounded. Unshaken by temporary fluctuations. And from that stability, your magnetism becomes consistent. Reliable. Strong. You are no longer pulled in every direction by external conditions. You remain centered. And from that center, you respond, not react. Create, not chase. Allow, not force. There is a quiet confidence forming within you. You may not fully recognize it yet, but it is there. In the way you are beginning to pause before reacting. In the way you are starting to question old beliefs. In the way you are becoming more aware of your thoughts and feelings. These are not small changes. They are foundational shifts. And they are leading you somewhere significant. Somewhere you have always been meant to arrive. But you must continue. Not in urgency. Not in pressure. But in awareness. Stay present with yourself. Stay honest with yourself. Stay open to what is unfolding within you. Because the more you do, the clearer everything becomes. You will begin to notice patterns more easily. You will understand your emotions more deeply. You will make choices with greater clarity. And life will begin to feel less like something happening to you, and more like something unfolding through you. This is the shift. This is the awakening of your magnetism. And it does not stop here. There are layers still to be revealed. Insights still to come. A depth within you that has not yet been fully explored. You are only at the beginning of this realization. And already, things are changing. So stay here a little longer. Stay in this awareness. There is still more for you to see. More for you to understand. More that is gently waiting to be revealed. You are beginning to see that everything in your life has been orchestrated, not by chance, not by accident, not by random coincidence, but by the subtle, precise intelligence of existence itself. Every encounter, every challenge, every joy, every sorrow has been a teacher. Every step you thought was a detour has been part of a hidden map, leading you to this exact moment of awakening. The life you have lived has prepared you for the realization you are now ready to embrace, that your power, your magnetism, your ability to draw experiences and people toward you, has never been dependent on outside forces. It has always been within you, waiting to be remembered, waiting to be claimed. This power begins with awareness. It begins with noticing yourself without judgment. It begins with observing your thoughts and your emotions as a witness, rather than as a slave to them. It begins with understanding that your reality is a reflection of your inner state. The outer world cannot offer what you have not already cultivated inside. Magnetism is not a tool to control life, it is the natural resonance of an aligned heart, mind, and spirit. When you operate from this alignment, life ceases to be a struggle. It ceases to be a battle of trying to make things happen. Instead, life flows to you, effortlessly and gracefully, because you have become a match to the experiences you are ready to receive. You will notice that as your alignment deepens, people, opportunities, and synchronicities begin to appear in ways that feel miraculous. These are not miracles in the sense of randomness. They are the inevitable consequence of your inner resonance meeting the outer world in harmony. When you stop resisting and stop striving to force outcomes, when you release the tension of expectation, the world responds. Doors open that were previously invisible. Connections are made that were previously unimaginable. Timing begins to feel perfect. And yet, this is not magic that happens overnight, it is the slow, steady unfolding of alignment that, once felt, cannot be denied. Your magnetism is strongest when you are fully present. It is strongest when you are authentic. When you are not performing for others, when you are not wearing a mask, when you are no longer trying to impress, manipulate, or persuade, you radiate a frequency that naturally draws to you what is aligned with your soul. There is no need to convince, to prove, or to persuade. Presence alone is enough. People are drawn to truth, even when it is unspoken. They recognize it instinctively. And as you step into this state of being, you will find that relationships deepen, opportunities multiply, and your life begins to feel lighter, brighter, and more purposeful. Yet, you must remember, magnetism is not about perfection. It is about alignment. You will have moments of doubt, moments of fear, moments when the old patterns of comparison, insecurity, or frustration attempt to return. These are not failures. They are signals, reminders to return to awareness, to center yourself, and to observe rather than react. Each time you notice these moments, choose to respond from alignment rather than resistance. Each time you pause, breathe, and reconnect with your true self, you strengthen your resonance. You are rewiring your being, step by step, thought by thought, choice by choice. You are also learning the subtle art of receiving. So often, you have been conditioned to give endlessly, to work tirelessly, to chase relentlessly, believing that only through effort could you attract what you desire. And yet, the greatest magnetism comes from the balance of giving and receiving. When you allow yourself to receive, with gratitude, with openness, with humility, you honor the flow of life. You recognize that you are worthy of abundance, worthy of love, worthy of joy, simply because you exist. This shift in consciousness is profound, and it changes everything. As you continue to embrace this path, you will feel a sense of freedom you may not have experienced before. It is the freedom of no longer being controlled by fear, by the need for validation, by the endless chatter of shoulds and musts. It is the freedom of stepping fully into your truth, of speaking your truth, of living from the heart without apology. And as you do, your energy transforms. It becomes magnetic not because it is loud, not because it is flashy, but because it is authentic, calm, steady, and deeply aligned. Do not fear the power you are awakening. Many resist their magnetism because it feels too strong, too intense, or too different from what they have known. But you were never meant to shrink. You were never meant to dim your light to make others comfortable. You were meant to shine, to radiate, to attract, to create, and to inspire. Your magnetism is your gift, not only to yourself but to the world. Every moment you align with it, every choice you make to operate from your true self, is a ripple that touches far beyond your immediate perception. Understand that your journey is sacred. There is a divine intelligence at work within you, guiding, supporting, and nurturing every step. It whispers to you in moments of quiet. It nudges you toward the right path, the right decisions, the right experiences. It is patient, never rushing, never forcing. And yet, when you align with it, when you trust it, the unfolding of your life is swift, precise, and miraculous. This intelligence is your own deepest self. It is the essence of the divine that exists in all creation, and it rejoices every time you remember, every time you awaken, every time you claim your power. You are being called now, more strongly than ever, to live from this awakened place. Not just in moments of meditation, not just in rare instances of reflection, but in every interaction, every decision, every breath. This is your path, to radiate authenticity, to embody your truth, and to magnetize the life you are ready to receive. And the more you do, the more the world reflects your alignment back to you. People resonate with you, opportunities unfold effortlessly, and your experiences mirror the love, abundance, and clarity you carry within. Now, take a deep breath and allow these words to settle within you. Feel them resonating in your body, your mind, your heart. Know that what you are awakening is real. Know that what you are becoming is magnetic. Know that every moment from this point forward is a step deeper into alignment, into clarity, and into your highest expression. Your life is not meant to be ordinary. Your magnetism is not meant to be hidden. Your gifts are not meant to be delayed. Step into your presence, embrace your truth, and allow the flow of life to meet you exactly where you are. The world will notice, not because you try, but because you are. And in that truth, you will find peace, power, and purpose beyond anything you have imagined. You are ready. You are capable. You are magnetic. And so it is. Amen.